move. Whatever hand you hit, you move to that side. Left hook, boom! You gotta think of throwing punches. Your job is to throw punches.
With sheep, it will become a sheep.
Anthony Joshua is now sharpening his craft alongside Mike Tyson as he prepares for his highly anticipated showdown with Jake Paul. Immersing himself in classic techniques from Tyson's legendary mentors, Joshua is polishing his timing, speed, and strategic precision. His training camp is focused entirely on smart planning and peak conditioning, ensuring he enters the ring with absolute readiness. And the question is, how much will this transformation impact the fight? A turning point may be closer than anyone expects.
Doing it in the gym, coming forward, punching to the body with his heart.
Joshua recently opened up about the influence Mike Tyson has had on him, especially Tyson's discipline and raw effectiveness, incorporating Tyson's signature neck and shoulder routines. AJ says these exercises increases stability, strength, and overall punching authority. It is a powerful reminder of how studying icons can elevate an athlete's evolution. But how far will these changes push him ahead? This new chapter could reshape his entire approach.
Another neck exercise that I got from Mike Tyson. A lot of wrestlers do this. Quite dangerous actually. Physios don't like this type of stuff, but it's good for neck conditioning. It's called neck bridges. And it's flexibility and strength at the same time. So it's a really good exercise if you...
Mike Tyson has also offered encouraging guidance, describing Joshua as an exceptional athlete with tremendous potential. He emphasized that staying active in the ring is essential for growth, helping maintain rhythm, confidence, and competitive sharpness. Tyson's message was clear: consistency creates champions. Yet what happens when that consistency meets a fresh challenge? The impact of this advice could reveal itself on fight night.
Would you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game, and then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost. You may have got $30 million. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it more.
Inside camp, Joshua's intensity has reached another level as he integrates elements of Tyson's style into his daily work. Specialized strength routines and neck-focused drills are enhancing his durability while building explosive power. Every session pushes his conditioning, technique, and mobility further, proving how committed he is to refining every detail. But with these upgrades, one must wonder how much stronger can he become before the bell rings.
Rob, my physio's looking at me like, what the fuck? I can see you looking at me like, fuck, please don't fucking look. Hey, if it goes, at least you're here anyway. You know, 43,000 tuned in. Oh, mate. I know I started this shit.
Just trying to set up the physio table, put the flats on it.
Anything.
Get back up there.
I'm easy, boss.
Eat.
Showtime sent me a lovely picture of me, the donkey.
Eddie Hearn has firmly stated that he believes Joshua would defeat Jake Paul if the matchup ever materializes. However, he insists it would be unwise to view the outcome as effortless, reminding fans that Joshua's victories, including his triumph over elite competitors like Francis Ngannou, come from preparation, discipline, and skill, not from facing untested opponents. Hearn stresses that Joshua's blend of power, strategy, and experience cannot be underestimated. But will that be enough to silence every critic?
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, 50-50 fight. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great if it is. I mean, if it is, then you've got no problem seeing it. But when AJ, I mean, decapitates a strong word, but you know, when he renders Jake Paul unconscious like he did to Francis Ngannou, don't then say, oh well, it was Jake Paul. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when AJ beat Francis Ngannou, Ngannou just had a a fight that could have gone either way with Tyson Fury. Then AJ poleaxed him, and everyone just said he's just an MMA fighter. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul's not Francis Ngannou. But as I said before, if you want to see Jake Paul exit the boxing world,
Nigel Benn has voiced concern regarding the rise of entertainment-driven matchups in modern boxing. He believes that when celebrities or online personalities step into the ring, seasoned professionals who devote years to mastering their craft often miss out on the financial rewards they truly deserve. The massive paydays tied to crossover spectacles can overshadow the efforts of career fighters, creating imbalance within the sport. Ben worries that this growing trend could shift focus away from true competition, and the long-term effect remains uncertain.
Bit of rumours around today, Anthony Joshua and
Oh,
Jake.
no. I'm not even really entertaining that. It's just not. Being a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, it's I don't know, YouTubers. I'm not really into all them influencers coming in there, and there's like some boxers that really work their butt off, don't get paid like what these guys are getting. And Anthony Joshua being a former world champion should be fighting like someone in the top 5, top 10. So I really got much time to talk about that. Not interested really.
Bad for boxing?
Well, not bad for boxing. If people want to pay to watch it, then who am I? I'm just giving you my opinion. Who's not worked his way through the ranks to earn that shot at the former world champion? No, not at all.
Australian boxing. Who are you a fan of? Obviously got good fighters out there.
Joe's my type of fighter. He's very spiteful, and it's just another level, really. I don't think there's no better cruiserweight around.
From a Dola's financial perspective, the potential Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight presents an opportunity no professional would easily dismiss. With earnings estimated near $100 million, he argues that the reward far outweighs the risk, especially given Paul's limited experience compared to Joshua's elite pedigree. Such a rare financial windfall is uncommon even for champions, making the offer difficult to ignore. Still, the question lingers, is this business move too good to refuse?
If someone knocks on your door and says, do you want to fight Jake Paul for 100 million? You're like, you'd be stupid to say no. No, I don't want that 100 million for what would be and will be and should be easy work for AJ. Like, well, why are you going to turn down 100 million? AJ should and could, should knock out Jake Paul in a round. Like if Jake Paul was over here fighting under our British Boxing Board of Control, I don't think it would be a Southern Area cruiserweight champion. AJ is a former unified heavyweight champion of the world that I still believe is a top 10 heavyweight in the world. Like AJ should be able to destroy him. AJ is going to be 60 pounds or so bigger than him. AJ hits like a truck. AJ is a better boxer. Like this is
a significant portion of the boxing community has voiced frustration at the idea of Joshua facing Jake Paul. Many believe the matchup compromises the sport's competitive integrity, placing a world-class heavyweight against a far less experienced figure. Fans worry that accepting this bout could delay Joshua from pursuing more meaningful challenges, such as a long-awaited meeting with Tyson Fury. Online discussions are filled with concern about legacy, and whether this decision might redefine how Joshua is remembered.
Anthony Joshua gets in the ring with YouTuber Jake Paul, and that's what he is, YouTuber Jake Paul. Would you watch it? Simon, before we take some calls, with this seemingly in the pipeline, can we safely say goodbye to Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury?
Well, I think it's done anyway, judging by the mood music that seems to be coming out from various camps. If you listen to Tyson Fury, he seems to be, despite the fact we've danced this dance before and walked this walk before, he seems to be talking in a very different way. There's no hyperbole. It's, I'm done. This is a younger man's game. I've done my bit. I'm at peace with where I am in life. I don't need boxing anymore. But not in the flash for cash way that Tyson often does it. In a more earnest way is my understanding of his sort of thought processes. So with that in mind, it almost feels that that's off the table anyway. Who knows? The draw of the enormous amounts of money that this one fight can generate, this is the one fight that can really get everybody paid. I mean, the two protagonists. Whatever Usyk takes, tragically for him, he wouldn't even get anywhere near as much money as potentially being offered for the Fury-Joshua fight.
What would earn AJ more of a pay packet? Fighting Fury or fighting Jake Paul?
Well, I would think tragically fighting Jake Paul.
God, what is
because,
that?
Because the revenues, because it's a Gen Z TikTok generation that wants to watch sport in a certain way.
Yeah,
and that's nothing critical of them. It's just the way that it is. And that's the circumstances of social media and the platforms that people like Jake Paul are able to cross over. It's not a case of people in the mainstream should be dinosaurs. The digital world and those opportunities and those platforms are marvelous places. And you know, you heard me talking about Mark Goldbridge the other day and the commercial deal that he did with the Bundesliga. And we can be sniffy about their level of content, or we can accept that there's a place for everybody. It's interesting that still the digital world and that
analysts note that Jake Paul's decision to face Joshua signals the biggest competitive leap of his career. Unlike the retired or limited experience fighters he has previously encountered, Joshua is an active contender with a history of battling top-tier talent. This shift forces Paul to elevate his preparation, mindset, and technical approach, as he can no longer rely on past advantages. Even as the underdog, he now has a chance to prove genuine progress, but will he rise to the moment?
Maybe even bigger than the Mike Tyson fight. It's hard to say really. Tyson was a big name, but it's going to do numbers regardless, because Joshua is a big name, and then people are going to be tuning in to see Jake Paul get knocked out. Right now, Eddie Hearn talks about Jake Paul taking this Joshua fight.
I mean, my estimations of Jake Paul would go through the roof if he signed to fight Anthony Joshua, because I just can't believe in my mind that he would do something like that. I mean, Gervonta was a smart one because of his size. Like, you know, I think actually he would have had a lot of success against Jake Paul, but the size is a problem. But this would just be, you know, like if Jake Paul was to take the fight with AJ, you'd really have to maybe carry his balls in a wheelbarrow on the ring walk, you know, because AJ wouldn't mess around in there, you know. So it would be huge, but nothing, you know, to tell you it's close. Just a few conversations so far.
Damn right, if Jake Paul takes this fight, he's got some major balls on him. And I know people hate influencer boxing, but come on, he's not fighting an old, retired, past the prime MMA fighter. No, he's fighting a legit boxer who's massive, 6'5", 6'6", jacked, 240, 250 pounds, shredded, power puncher. Do we need to remind ourselves of what Joshua did to Francis Ngannou? Francis Ngannou was coming off a pretty good performance over Tyson Fury. He didn't get the win in that fight, but you could argue that he did actually win that fight. And Ngannou, throughout his entire MMA career, in 4-ounce gloves, very rarely got hit. He could take a punch. He's got a big, fat African head. Big, thick neck, traps, back. He just can't really be hit. And look what Joshua...
Shane McGuigan has expressed doubt that the Joshua Paul fight will ultimately take place, calling the concept unrealistic given the many hurdles involved. He cites logistical challenges, contract negotiations, promotional differences, and overall competitive considerations as obstacles that could halt the matchup. While public interest is undeniable, he questions whether the fight truly aligns with Joshua's goals as a top-level athlete. Many in the sport share this caution, raising the possibility that the hype may never become reality.
We saw Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul reports. What do you make of it? And if we were to see AJ step in with Jake Paul?
I said it yesterday, I'll say it again, I think it's fast. I don't see how it's going to materialise. I didn't think the tank fight would materialise, and it didn't. And you know, it's all good saying that you're going to box somebody, and then, you know, but until literally they're on the ring walk and in the ring, and I'm not going to believe it.
Away from AJ, what do you make of the Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. fight next week?
It's an interesting fight. Haney's up at 147. He looks good. He looks physically good. It's mad to think he's only 26 years of age. Confident-wise, I don't know what that Garcia fight took out of him. You know, because yes, he tested positive afterwards, but I believe that his Achilles heel is punch resistance, and I think, you know, it'll be interesting. I don't know enough about Norman, but I think, you know, definitely test him, and maybe Devin Haney will hold a better shot now. He's up at 147. But yeah, it's an exciting matchup. You know, I think it's an
Analysts have also recognized a shift in how Jake Paul is being viewed within the boxing world. Once seen solely as a social media personality, he is slowly gaining acknowledgement for his growing discipline and his willingness to face his increasingly demanding competition. This recognition does not place him on the same level as elite contenders like Joshua, but it does reflect steady progress. However, the real test is still ahead and the sport is watching closely.
I feel like the one that I was mostly from you was the Anderson Silva one. Where Anderson Silva had like one sick round where he's like, whoop, whoop, you know, doing it what Anderson Silva does and missing everything and cracks him and whatever. And then he just like the next few rounds, he's back to like just getting his butt kicked by Jake Paul and walking around, doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think these guys are actually getting dropped to like faking. I think Jake Paul actually has that kind of power. I just feel like they kind of know the deal.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. I make a lot of money. You make a lot of money, not as much money as me, but you make more money than you ever would. So you take it. You know, it is what it is. But I don't know. Kind of sucks to see all these legends, right? Like of the sport. Like, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see this guy is losing to freaking Jake Paul.
I will say I loved everything about the Tyson fight in the lead up, and then as I'm actually watching it, I'm like, all right, this is actually fucked up. My bad.
Yeah, it's like senior.
Even when he turns around on camera.
Observers note that Paul's dedication to training and his willingness to study the sport have caused many fans and experts to reassess his commitment. This evolving perception may open doors to more serious opponents and larger opportunities, marking a crucial stage in his professional journey. While he is still learning, this shift in public opinion signals a meaningful turning point, and the next steps could define his long-term future.
He probably knows some other stuff like
how much Anthony Joshua made.
Is he in debt? Does he have to do? You know, they know these.
There's an outside motivation to want to do it. Yeah.
And then that's probably why guys like Tyson or whatever would like, well, yeah, I need to pay some bills. Let's do it.
It also gets their name back out there, like in a big way.
And it has to be a big enough name that people are interested at all. Yeah.
And I think at this point, Jake Paul is taken a little more seriously than before. Like, if it was the first fight, I think it's a lot different. But then at this point, I think it's more like, oh yeah, it's a thing. It's an exhibition. It's
a model.
Yeah. This has got to be big money because even Anthony Joshua's last fight that he lost, he reportedly earned about 25 million pounds. And when he fought Francis Ngannou in March, he approximately made $50 million.
Wow.
So, like, rumor mill has it so that Jake Paul is set to potentially Jake Paul might earn $92 million.
That brings us to the end of today's video. Stay connected for more updates. And be ready, because the next story may change everything.